which is the start of the secondary system. The energy from the steam causes the turbine to spin, creating kinetic energy. The turbine is connected to a generator, which turns kinetic energy from the turbine into electricity. The electricity then moves into a transformer that readies it for transmission to places where people can use it. Cold water from a nearby water source is circulated in a pipe that runs through a condenser under the turbine. The steam condenses back into water and returns to the primary system to be heated once again. The water in the condenser pipe that absorbs the heat from the steam moves into a cooling tower where it is cooled and released back into the environment.
And so that's how nuclear reactors work, and those are their its parts. Diba? It's so cool. So yung nuclear reactors, kagaya ng sa Fukushima and Chernobyl, they use nuclear reactors to contain and control nuclear fissions. Thus, energy is released in the form of heat. Okay, so let's go on. So these are the parts of the nuclear reactors as shown a while ago. Specifically, the light water reactors, they are widely used in generating electricity in over 20 countries. Ginagamit nila ang ordinary water, as in yung water na iniinom natin, or light water, as a coolant and a moderator of the speed of neutrons. Okay, so yung cause, dyan nangyayari ang nuclear reaction. Okay, and yung moderator, yun yung nag-reduce ng speed ng neutrons, and that is the water. And then the control rods, okay, they control the rate of nuclear reaction by absorbing excess neutrons. And they are usually made up of cadmium and boron. Right. Oh, familiar ba sa inyo to, guys? So, diba, we know that nuclear reactors, they help produce electricity, and they are a cleaner energy source because they don't release much carbon. They give steady power and are used in many countries, diba? But nuclear energy, ang dami din yung risks, like what happened in the Chernobyl disaster. So, familiar ba kayo dito? So, did you know the Chernobyl disaster happened on April 26, 1986 at reactor 4 of the Chernobyl nuclear power plant in Ukraine. So, meron kasing field safety test na nag-lead sa isang massive explosion and fire. And this released large amounts of radioactive material into the atmosphere. And it remains one of the worst nuclear accidents in history. So, familiar ba kayo dito? But did you know, on March 11, 2011, a powerful 9.0 magnitude earthquake struck off the coast of Japan, and this triggered a massive tsunami that flooded the nuclear power plant in Fukushima Daiichi. Okay? And this causes the disabled cooling systems of the nuclear reactors in the power plant. Okay? Grabe no, grabe yung effect nito. Nalala ko pa ito nung bata pa ako, 2011. Grabe no. That's why there's also risks na pinopose ang nuclear reactors. So it's also rated level 7, gaya ng Chernobyl. Lastly, is this familiar, guys? Saan ba to? Any guess? Tama, nasa Bataan yan. That is the Bataan Nuclear Power Plant. It houses a pressurized water reactor. Now, the plant was completed noong 1984 pa, but it never operated because of the safety concerns brought by the Chernobyl disaster noong 1986. So despite being fully built, never siya nag-generate ng electricity. Today, the plant remains intact and maintained. Okay? So fun fact, did you know ulit, ito lang ang nag-iisang power plant sa Southeast Asia na never gumamit ni isang light bulb. Ayan, so we're almost done with nuclear chemistry. Now it's time for our Chloe cards. Okay, let's summarize everything we have learned. So, ano to? These atomic species consist of different elements with distinct atomic numbers and mass numbers but equal number of neutrons, isotopes. It represents the minimum energy required to separate a nucleus into its constituent protons and neutrons. Tama, nuclear binding energy. So this type of radioactive decay has the least penetrating ability. Ano yun, guys? Tama, alpha decay. Next, this occurs when an unstable nucleus uses energy by emitting nuclear radiation. Ang tawag dyan starts with letter R, radioactive decay. Next, the reaction order of radioactive decay, guys. Tama, first order. Ayan, another set. So this radioisotope is typically used in carbon dating. Yes, it's carbon-14. It refers to the time it takes for half of a radioactive substance to decay, half-life. This reaction is the basis of the creation of the hydrogen bomb. Tama, nuclear fission. These control and contain the nuclear fission reactions in nuclear power plants, nuclear reactors. Lastly, it is a part of the nuclear reactor that controls the reaction rate by absorbing excess neutrons. Tama, control rods. Yay! Congratulations, guys. You're finally done with Crash Course 3. I hope you learned a lot sa ating nuclear chemistry, lalo na very relevant ito sa board exam. So now, time to answer practice test 3. So, these are 10 items and you have 30 minutes to